we're going to have some fun in this video talking about Cardano. At least I'm going to have some fun. I'm not just going to talk about $10 on a chart, draw some lines. I want to actually talk about and visualize what will drive ADA to make this move. Very realistically, it seems like an impossibility to many people, and I want to speak to that in this video. I think right now crypto as a whole is offering an opportunity that is an incredible opportunity. And I want to try and realize that before the move. I think that's what is the most important thing to do as an investor, especially a value investor. So I want to plot this out on the ADA chart, hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Before we even do that, there's a few points I want to make to lay the groundwork. I want to talk about what will drive the ADA move to $10. I want to start here. This is just some news. This isn't really talking about or playing into why ADA is going to $10, but this is happening this week, and I wanted to bring it to your attention in case you missed it. This is 4 days away. ADA founder Charles Hoskinson to moderate a discussion alongside Donald Trump Jr. and World Liberty Financial on digital liberty, expanding global access to digital assets and DeFi at DC Blockchain Summit on March 26th. That's a big deal. Let's see what is said at that meeting, but just kind of the mingling of Charles and Donald Trump Jr. I think is a good thing for Cardano in general. Now let's start getting into some of the fundamentals here. How in the world is this ADA chart going to go to $10? I want to start here with a very quick clip of Charles. This was just posted, I saw like yesterday. Check it out.
Laos is going to make us one of the fastest and always the fastest. Bitcoin DeFi is going to open up a $2 trillion opportunity, and Cardano is going to be the crossroads for the UTXO DeFi ecosystem. And I think best in class for all. Cardano is the most decentralized cryptocurrency on the planet. We have the best on-chain governance system.
Do you see these points? So as we're about to pivot into the charts, it is the underlying fundamentals of Cardano that is, number one, setting it apart from the rest, but it's also going to give it the stamina to actually continue growing in value compared to other chains. And I'm going to talk about that in just a moment as well. But what Charles is saying here, even in relation to Bitcoin DeFi, opening up $2 trillion opportunity, I don't think people are realizing how big and massive that is. And that's because of the technology that Cardano offers for something like Bitcoin. Now, this is obviously a marathon. This is not a sprint. And, you know, I know much of retail wants just parabolic, bull move, all of that good stuff. But when it comes to the fundamentals of Cardano, that is what will help drive Cardano. Now, in terms of liquidity, that is another kind of standpoint. And then I want to talk about and just show a clip of the executive director of the White House Crypto Council, Crypto Working Group, what he said about ADA. But this is what we're looking for. I was talking to ChatGPT just about some macroeconomic, monetary cycle things. The bullish setup when QT ends. A Fed pivot to QE or rate cuts would be a major bullish catalyst for crypto. Most people know that by now, right? But what does that look like on a crypto chart? And we're going to look at that on this ADA chart. It's insane to see what it looks like. Once QT slows or ends, liquidity stops contracting, setting the stage for a potential bottom in risk assets like Bitcoin. And so it is. I think the bottom is getting very close for ADA. And then if that is the case, are we going to get a repeat of what happened back here? So before we talk about this and look at the move and how this might play out, I want to give a shout out to Coinledger, the sponsor of today's video. It's here. Taxes are here. I mean, it's March 22nd. If you're out there, and I'm sure there are some of you out there, you've been kind of procrastinating. You're like, I don't know, I'll just get it done last second. And then you're gonna hop in. You're gonna see all the transactions. Go sign up with Coinledger below. If you've not signed up, use my link below. It is this simple, like what you see on the screen. It is, I say this often, it's just one of the best products in crypto. Crypto tax is done in minutes, built to save you time and maximize your refund. So if you're staking ADA, if you're just trading cryptos, trading altcoins, whatever you're doing, connect your wallets, exchanges, hook it all up, press the button, your report is generated and it shows you, and you'd be blown away. At least I am. I mean, every time I see all the amount of transactions I've done and thinking of even doing that manually, it makes me tired to even think about that. So get your taxes done right. Sign up with Coinledger, and I appreciate Coinledger sponsoring Crypto Capital Venture. The link is below. So let's look at this. The ADA charts. We're going to look at the Fed net liquidity indicator because this is what's getting ready to happen. It's the increase that this green line that you see, Fed net liquidity, the increase of that. And this can start ticking up because of the slowing down of quantitative tightening alone, because that's the first step here, right? Coming in April, slowing down of QT, not the complete end just yet, but the slowing down, and then the end of QT, right? And then the beginning of QE. That is the cycle shift that we're going through. What that means on this ADA chart is massive. Now, please keep in mind before we start speculating on numbers, what is happening right now. Check out this clip of Bo Hines, Executive Director of White House Crypto Working Group.
Other assets, I know we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Cardano that were considered and brought up, maybe a part of the stockpile, right? Are you guys considering other crypto assets? And with the ones that are in those 5, what made you decide on those?
Well, first I'll just say the reason that we structured the SPR like we did is because Bitcoin is different. It's unique. It's a commodity, not a security.
He talks about Bitcoin a little bit, why it's separated, and I think it is so important that it is separated. But check out what he says about the altcoins, including ADA. It's bigger point than most realize.
Stockpile along with the SPR. The reason that those 5 tokens were listed or mentioned is truly just based on market cap, the 5 largest market caps in this space. But for us, we still want to welcome and encourage innovation across many ecosystems in this space. And we understand that Bitcoin is the grandfather. We understand that it undergirds a lot of what's happening here. But that's not to say that, we don't welcome these other players to continue to innovate, build on the chain, and, create just new technology for Americans to interact with. I mean, we're extremely supportive of that. I think that's one reason why we wanted to mention the digital assets and actual stockpile and create that as well.
Do you understand the signal that the White House is sending to the crypto space? The very fact that ADA is in this top list is because of market cap. But I want to point something out to you as we have this pro-crypto White House. That is, the door is just opened for crypto. It was months ago, Gary Gensler was in office and Biden was in office and just the administration wanted to destroy crypto. The door's just opened. I saw this post by Charles, and this sums it up very nicely. Why Cardano is so poised. Cardano with its real numbers is a ghost chain. That's the narrative. But the chains with fake numbers equals VC darlings, mass adoption, changing the world. The problem with this, the fake numbers, because he's reposting this article, fewer than 500 people are responsible for $3.2 trillion of artificial crypto trading. The volume numbers that you see on these VC chains, not real. And making Cardano look, even though it's not real, look like it's just way behind. But here's why this is so massive for Cardano. When we start looking at the charts, Cardano blockchain, not only in this consistent top 10 market cap, now on the radar of the White House crypto stockpile, which is phenomenal, but Cardano, the best technology, fundamentally, secure, decentralized, and scalable. The things that crypto and blockchain should be, Cardano is that. And the industry is very slowly starting to realize that. So what happens then when liquidity does start flooding back into the market? And what happens then when ADA is on this crypto America crypto stockpile list? And what happens when it is beginning, as this is all happening, it's beginning to unlock Bitcoin DeFi, $2 trillion. As we just saw Charles talking about, $2 trillion opportunity right now, just for Bitcoin DeFi alone. What happens to this chart? So last cycle, when ADA didn't have anything that we're talking about, right? It wasn't unlocking Bitcoin DeFi. It was being built to do that. It wasn't on an America stockpile crypto, stockpile list. It wasn't on that. We didn't even have smart contracts yet. But what was happening? We were having just liquidity entering the market. And what did ADA do? Absolutely exploded. Now we have all of these things. And we have Cardano, the most scalable, decentralized, secure blockchain, with all these things happening and liquidity potentially getting ready. And I'm not saying, we're going to look at a short-term chart, actually, talk about downside in the short term. I don't know when this will happen, but if this starts ticking higher, this green line, do you realize what is in store for ADA? A $10, $350 billion market cap sounds crazy to a lot of people. I understand. But I will not sit here and ignore it and the possibility of it just because it sounds crazy. Because I'll tell you one thing, last cycle when ADA was right around, right here, 13 cents, right? If we go back here, 13 cents, $3 sounded crazy. Over 2,000% gains from just that moment. So yeah, we're here right now at 70 cents. And there's a lot of people that think $10 sounds crazy. It's a 1,300% gain for ADA. But Ethereum last cycle surpassed 500 billion. Cardano is a far superior technology. And I think with all of these things coming together, could very well hit $10, if not surpass $10. I will sit here and say that, even though it's unpopular right now. But just watch. Maybe we even dip. We fall to this trend line down here, right? We're talking way more than just trend lines here. But what if we're dipping into the 40s, right? What if this just plays out just something like this? But actually it starts cruising upwards, right? We're actually breaking $1.50. Then, as this move is starting to happen, at this moment, you'd have more people starting to believe $10 is in play. And then what if we dip, right? And then boom, we're just cruising up. And this is way speculative. I'm on a weekly chart. This could all happen quicker, but all of a sudden we're at $3. Then you'll have more people believing that $10 is in play. Right now, when it's unpopular to believe that $10 is in play, in my view, is the best time to position yourself. And it's the same as bottom of bear markets. This is my outlook on this crypto space. Specifically in this video, this is my outlook on ADA. This is what I think is playing out right now before our eyes. And it will be only time that tells if that's the case. The thing I wanted to mention is the next weeks, especially going into April, could be volatile. I am absolutely not convinced that the short-term, volatility of crypto and ADA is over. So I want to just be aware of this range. And what that range is actually an area ADA very briefly tested and wicked into. And we might see ADA kind of test it very much again. It's a swing low back here to swing high. And it's the Fibonacci. It's a higher low Fibonacci range. So swing low of that last consolidation that we had back here into the 20s to swing high. And just this throwback to the Fibonacci. You can see we wicked into the whole range, support around 50 cents, bounced out of it very quickly. We've been holding above the 618 line, but there's a very strong case. Crypto gets volatile even going into this new week, the next couple of weeks going into April, the tariff stuff that's going on. We could see crypto start falling, right? And I'd be very just mindful to watch what's going on in this range for ADA down to 50 cents. That doesn't mean 50 cents will hold. But that's the key range right now that I'm watching for support. If that falls, we have to evaluate what else is going on in crypto, what's going on in just headlines in general. But all in all, everybody, this is short term, right? So maybe we start cruising up now. Maybe we fall to 50 cents, then cruise up. Maybe we're falling lower into the 40s, right? But either way, I hope that I did a somewhat decent job of kind of trying to portray, and there's so much we haven't even talked about, but just trying to portray how well ADA is just positioned in this market right now, in this market cycle. It requires patience for sure, but the opportunity here, I think for crypto holders that are zooming out on not just ADA, but other cryptos as well, the opportunity here I think is very, very strong. And that's why I say I'm grateful to be in the space, because I think we're just getting started in terms of what this technology group is offering. So these are my thoughts today, everybody. I hope you're doing well out there. Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, turn notifications on. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. That support means a ton to me. I will see you in the next video. Have a good weekend. God bless.